Hello, I'm Lauren Green, and you're in the strategy room. The 2016 battle is playing out on the stage of the AIPAC summit Monday in D.C. Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton was up first, speaking about the importance of the U.S. alliance with Israel and slamming GOP frontrunner Donald Trump. Take a look.
Candidates for president who think the United States can outsource Middle East security to dictators, or that America no longer has vital national interests at stake in this region, are dangerously wrong.
Okay, well, Donald Trump will have the opportunity to respond in an anticipated address Monday night at the conference, and Ted Cruz and John Kasich are also scheduled to speak. Joining me now to weigh in are Iona College professor Jeanne Zaino and political commentator Tom Basile. Welcome to you both.
Good to be here.
Tom, let me start with you. What do you think of Clinton's talk there?
Well, look, she's given this speech, probably half a dozen times before. It was a very good speech, but it's not lost on anybody in that audience that she was the principal spokesperson and one of the architects of the Obama foreign policy, which put a serious rift between the United States and Israel. It negotiated the deal with Iran. It was she was a champion of the lead from behind strategy that has really plunged the Middle East into chaos. So it was a good speech, but there's a believability aspect here that is going to be a challenge for her because of her association with this president's foreign policy.
Right, and there's also history. So, I mean, Jeanne, what do you think?
You know, I think she is trying to use an opening that Donald Trump has created when he made the statement that he wasn't going to take sides in this issue, that he is a negotiator and he wasn't going to take sides.
And at the same time he says, I'm pro-Israel.
And at the same time he says nobody is a bigger fan or friend of Israel. I think she is trying to take that opening there to say, look, I am the champion for Israel. She knows how to talk the talk. She knows how to walk the walk. I do think Tom is right about the vulnerability she has of being too tied to the Obama administration. But she very wisely wrote that book, if you notice, before she came and decided to run, or before she announced she was running. And in that book, you do see her, unlike we've seen her on the campaign trail where she's been hugging Obama, you do see her distancing herself from Obama in many ways, particularly on foreign policy. So she's going to try to open that pathway. But it's a tricky thing to do when you're hugging him on the one hand because you need his constituency, and on the other hand, you're trying to say, but look, I'm a different animal when it comes to foreign policy.
Tom, I know you want to talk on Clinton, but I really want to move on to Donald Trump, because what do you expect from Donald Trump tonight? Because he's not been, well, foreign policy is not his forte, in other words. What do you expect from him tonight?
Well, look, I'm hoping that there'll be some substance. Look, that's the speech that everybody really wants to hear. How is he going to sound presidential? This cannot be a speech where he stands up behind the microphone and waves his arms and he says, oh, the Jewish people are wonderful people, and I've done lots of business in Israel, and it's great and it's huge and it's all going to be fine.
But his daughter actually is Jewish now. I mean, I'm just wondering how much that will play.
Right. I mean, it's possible, but at the same time, it has to be a structured, well-organized speech that addresses major security issues in the region, and it can't be this rambling commercial about his golf course and about how wonderful he is. Hillary Clinton, you can believe what she says or not, but it sounded very well thought out, even though she's agreed with negotiating with the Palestinians herself before. So she agrees with Donald Trump on this issue, but she's trying to create a contrast. Trump really has to demonstrate an understanding of the nuances of the policies and how he's going to approach a Middle East that has been essentially abandoned by the Obama